Is Kimberly back, and this is what if Deku had a healing quirk. So yeah, I only could find female Deku pictures for some reason, but yeah, these are the ground rules for this video, this series. Deku's healing quirk will allow him to heal other people, but he can also heal himself. Well, technically, he's not healing himself. More like his body naturally regenerates. Pretty much Kuro Sensei. Or, what's a better analogy? Bon. Yeah, that's the best analogy I can think of. Pretty much, if he gets his arm cut off, it won't be off for long. He'll just grow a new one. If his head's cut off, he'll instantly grow a new body. And the body will instantly grow a new head. Pretty much a cloning method. So yeah. But the new body will not have any of Deku's previous brain cells, so it will not know anything. It's basically just like a clone nowadays. It won't have any memories before or after. It will have memories afterwards, but it won't have any at this moment. So yeah. I'm just saying some ground rules, so yeah. Once Deku goes to the quirk doctor, once Deku, no, not that. Deku sees that Bakugo fell and hurt himself, and she is crying at that moment, wishing that Bakugo, she, I'm probably getting she from all of these pictures. At this point, I'm just going to make Deku a girl, so, yeah. But Deku's just going to be a girl. So, yeah. Pretty much, Deku's going to see that Bakugo's hurt and feel his pain. She's going to cry so hard that there's a healing aura around her and Bakugo. Pretty much, whenever she heals someone, she has to cry, or get her saliva, or touch them at least. Basically, like the healing tears from Steven Universe, the healing spit from Steven Universe, or just touch them, like on the arm, or even touch their nose, or something like that. I don't know. There could be a lot of cutesy moments. So, yeah. Pretty much, Deku's just going to be crying about Bakugo getting hurt, and Bakugo says, it's fine, because he's not feeling any pain anymore, and she's saying, you broke your leg, and Bakugo would say, no, I didn't, and she looks up, and she says, I thought you broke your leg. It looked like you broke your leg. Or something like that. So, yeah. I do not know what ship I'm going to be doing. So, yeah. Bakugo pretty much is just, hugging Deku, saying that it's going to be fine. And she just stops crying, and yeah. And then, Deku basically ends up falling from a high place. Like, there was a felon attack where at a bank that's, actual bank is on the 5th floor of the building. And pretty much Deku is going to be a hostage with a gun pointed straight to her head. And once a hero actually tries coming in, the villain literally does poof, poof, with a semi-automatic machine gun. Well, not machine gun. A semi-automatic machine gun, yeah. So, I can't think of any other guns right now, but yeah. AK-40. No, that's not a gun. But whatever, you just imagine the gun. I can't really right now. But yeah, it's basically a semi-automatic gun, and it will. Well, no, it's going to be fully automatic. So yeah. And literally shoots it straight into Deku's head. She passes out on the floor, and then she wakes up back up a couple seconds later and saying, I'm fine, I'm fine. And the heroes think that they're not rubber, but, all blanks or something like that. And then they try breaking in because, or at least think that gun was a dud, or a bullet was a dud or something like that. So, yeah. And, well, no. And Deku pretty much just ends up kicking the guy in the what area. And he basically blacks out. It was only one guy, so yeah. And Deku pretty much, Deku is praised for being so brave and asking how did she survive against the villain at 6 years old. And she says, I don't know. And basically, yeah, basically they see a bullet print on the ground and some blood, and they realize she has basically immortality. Pretty much, she can heal from anything. She still gets old, but once she gets to the peak of life, that's when her body will actually stop aging altogether. So, yeah, she'll stop aging altogether once she becomes like 30 or something like that. So she pretty much has immortality. Oh, and her healing process does not take anything from anyone. It doesn't take nutrients or anything like that from the person that she tries to heal. So yeah. Oh, and she cannot raise people from the dead. I can imagine people commenting that she just can raise people from the dead, and that's a little OP. But no, she cannot raise people from the dead. I'm trying to go the less OP route, so yeah. What class would she even be in? Well, support, but yeah. So Deku pretty much just is going to be walking home. Oh, no. Pretty much Deku is going to. Well, this will be about. What is it? This is going to be a 10-year gap. No. I want to say 9-year gap. Yeah. This is going to be a 9-year gap. So, yeah. Pretty much, Deku is going to be walking home, trying to take a shortcut, because she just got into the honor roll and wants to show her mom. She's going to be a genius in this one. There is no doubt she's going to be a genius for me. So yeah, she pretty much is just going to show that she got in the honor roll to her mom as soon as possible. So she's just going to take a shortcut home. And the sludge villain attacks her. She basically is trying to get loose, but the sludge villain, every time she tries getting loose, it just drives her deeper and deeper, suffocating her. She will live through this. Every last grueling moment, she's going to live straight through that pain of getting suffocated. It'll feel like an eternity for her because of she knows she'll never die. She is just going to suffocate slowly, but the sweet embrace of death will never occur. All the pain of it being drowned in sludge and all the benefits of being immortal go down the drain. Because once he takes control over her body, she won't have control. He'll have control. But she'll be living straight through it. Every last grueling bit of pain of her body being taken over. She'll feel the sludge film going out throughout her entire skin. Now, during that process, she's just thinking this at this moment. Then, All Might jumps from the sewers. And, well, he does Detroit. Where is it, Texas? Smash! To knock the sludge film off of her. And all that stuff was going through her mind at that moment. And, well, Deku pretty much is just going to thank All Might. She is not going to be passed out because she did some training, basically breathing underwater for an entire year. I mean, living underwater for an entire year. Or something like that. I'm pretty sure her dad is like in America or something like that. Whatever, somewhere, I'm just going to say her dad's somewhere close to water. No. Her dad's not, because her dad's all for one in the story. So, yeah. Is it all for one? Yeah, all for one. Yeah, but yeah. Basically, all for one's basically going to pay this guy to, pretend that he's, her dad and, take her in over for like a year or something like that. And basically, she's just going to be living underwater for that entire year, trying to do some training and stuff like that. And she can breathe underwater perfectly fine now. Well, she can't breathe, but she can hold her breath. It's not actually a good enough term, but she basically can live underwater. She won't suffocate. She doesn't feel any pain from being suffocated. But she, still has the fear of, her body not responding and stuff like that. And her quirk being used for evil. So, yeah. Yeah. All I ask, how she's doing and stuff like that. And she says, I'm doing alright. And basically ask if she can be a hero, one that actually goes to the front lines with such a, horrible quirk. And All Might says, anyone can be a hero, but no matter what you try, and no matter what your quirk is. And she says that her quirk doesn't allow her to die, but it allows her to heal. But it also allows her to heal people. And he's actually saying what at this moment, basically because he does not even know about this, thing. I mean, no one actually does besides the government at this point. So yeah, they don't even know that she can heal people. They only know that she's immortal. So yeah. Pretty much, Deku's also been training her body to the absolute limit. So, yeah. If she got all for one, one for all, she pretty much would have the power to lift about, she pretty much would get a 10,000%, she pretty much would get 10,000%, because she wouldn't need any, she she doesn't even need food if you think about it. Her quirk has no downside because I don't give weaknesses to quirks. But yeah. Pretty much, her quirk just makes it, so she doesn't need to eat, but she still gains nutrients. So yeah, her entire body heals instantaneously at this point. It used to take a couple seconds to heal, but now it heals instantaneously. So yeah. I mean, if she got all for one, one for all, she would basically be able to heal someone's beheading. So yeah. Let's see. Deku pretty much, I mean, All Might pretty much would say a mortal host for one for all. That might be a benefit. Well, no one knows that she's immortal yet, so someone who can heal themselves instantly might be a benefit to all for one. I mean, one for all. I always do that. But yeah, pretty much, he just ignores it and yeah, she jumped on his leg. She saw, Small Might and stuff like that. The sludge villain still gets out, and she basically she sees the explosion, runs off to it, and sees the sludge villain. Bakugo is pretty much fighting the sludge villain, and Deku basically runs in there, and basically, yeah, saying, I don't care what happens to me, to the heroes. Just, she wants to save her friend. Because she knows that she's immortal. So, yeah. Pretty much, she just tries pulling out Bakugo. Like, how to explain it? Well, she just does the same thing as in canon. So, yeah. Pretty much, she just tries ripping him out. And the sludge villain isn't budging. And then Deku decides, you know what? Here, Bakugo. Here's some air. Basically healing Bakugo by touching him. And that's technically keeping him alive for more air, And the sludge villain is saying, what? How is he still breathing? And Bakugo is smiling at Deku. The sludge villain can't tell. And pretty much, Bakugo just does a humongous explosion because, Deku nods her head and he nods his too, and then you only can see the biggest explosion he's ever made. So, yeah. Bakugo, of course, gets a boost in his explosion size. So, yeah. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to end it off here. See you guys later, and peace.